Okay, we should be back live. Let me know when you get that notification. Yep, there's live.
All right, back live.
Alrighty, we are back. Hopefully, it's working again. Yeah, just do a little move in there. Looks like we're picking back up just fine. So yeah, this is take two, and
Take number two.
yeah. So yeah, we
What?
were just kind of talking about the NFL and some of kind of how anybody can beat anybody in this league. So, and we were talking about the Jaguars and the Bills. And then we also had the Ravens and the Vikings in a good one in overtime. I guess the Ravens kind of came out on top on that one. I mean the Ravens are looking like a really big contender in the AFC.
Yep.
So
Ravens looking good. Lamar Jackson's looking good. Um,
I wonder if I say Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, Lamar Jackson, like TikTok will just hear me and they'll start blasting the video.
that's
Yeah,
it,
because
it might. It might.
everybody loves Lamar Jackson.
Let's see. Who else? There was another pretty good game this week.
Well, I've got the Titans over the Rams in the AFC. That was a good one. Then the Falcons and the Saints. I mean, the Saints just lose on that last second field goal, and they came back and they got in a position to win the game. They took the lead, and you're just like, oh, are they get that the Trevor Simeon looked good, and then they give up a huge play. As soon as they kick the ball off, Atlanta comes out 1st and 10, just launches one. Cordell Patterson catches it and just tiptoes on the sideline for a minute before he breaks down for another like 40 yards, and he gets within like the 10, and it's just then it's over. So
I didn't get to watch. I didn't get to watch any of that game.
no,
But Cordell Patterson has showed up this year
yeah,
out of
he's big for
nowhere.
the Falcons this year.
He's gone from receiver to being a running back and a
Hmm.
wide receiver and
Tight ends,
tight
like
end.
he
I
can
mean,
do it all.
he's doing it
Yeah.
all this year. So
Uh, then
Troy.
the Broncos do what now?
Oh, I was going down the list
Yeah.
behind you. I was just looking at it. I thought you had your list pulled up. I was gonna go by your list.
Oh, you can go with it. I can talk about them all.
Oh, that's all right. I was gonna say the Chargers and the Eagles was a good ball game.
Yeah.
Jalen against Herbert. That was a pretty good ball game. Herbert tossed for 3 touchdowns in that game.
Hmm.
They had a little bit of a bounce back. They're looking pretty good, man. They're 5-3. Chargers are 5-3 right
Yeah,
now.
they had a couple ugly losses, but I mean they've really kind of turned things around and playing in the right direction. Herbert, everybody's loving Justin Herbert. So
Yeah.
um,
Devontae had a good game.
hmm
5 receptions for 116 and a touchdown. I think Devontae should have more weeks like that. I don't know how they're not getting him the ball a little more, but he's probably one of the he probably is the best wide receiver
yeah.
on that receiver
Oh,
corps now.
he is wide receiver one for the Eagles. That's for sure. Uh, yeah, the Chiefs and the Packers. I mean, I really kind of expected a little bit more out of that game. But then with Aaron Rodgers being out and not playing, I mean, you add Aaron Rodgers in there. I mean, Packers win that game.
Yeah, I think if Aaron's there, the Packers probably win. But also Jordan Love. I mean, he hasn't played much. Rookie last year. I think he's got a lot of potential.
Yeah,
He looks good, but you could tell he was green,
yeah,
especially against a subpar Chiefs defense. I think he needs. Of course, he needs a little more work, but I think he needs some more game time action.
yeah.
Some of these games where the Packers are up 18, 20 points or something like that. Maybe it's time to come in and let him, even
Kind
if
of
he
take
gets a
over.
couple of series in, another team score, and you go, okay, we got to put Aaron Rodgers out there to get us another. He's
Yeah,
got to get us a touchdown back before you go back in.
yeah,
But he just needs some work. I think he'll be fine. I think he's, look at Favre, who sat up there, run that team for a while. Rodgers had to sit behind him. Now you got Rodgers, you got Love. He's sitting back there. They haven't traded him. He hasn't gone anywhere, which makes me think that he is the successor to Aaron Rodgers. And if they haven't traded him or done anything with him, I think that they're keeping him there because they know that and they like him.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be fine.
Man, the Broncos just absolutely took it to Dallas this week too. What was the final score of that game?
Oh, it was a lot to a little.
It was a lot to a little.
30-16.
Yeah, I mean, what's going on with that offense? You think that I mean, did Denver really have that good of a defense, or I mean, because we haven't seen that since week 1 with Dallas.
Denver doesn't have a great defense. I mean, they're okay, but maybe there were some people that were happy to get rid of Von Miller.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I saw where he made a tweet of something about went to sleep 4-4,
woke up
6-2 or
yeah.
6-1, whatever it was.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
And maybe everybody was like, all right, well, we'll show you. We'll go out here and put a stop to the Dallas Cowboys this week without you.
Yeah, they did. They did.
I mean.
And the Cardinals just continue to win.
God, them guys
I mean, they're good. They're good this year. That is for sure.
And what about the Giants trying to turn something around?
Yeah. I mean, they
got another win this week.
Yeah.
They're trying to get things turned around somehow.
I mean, the Patriots are looking like they may compete for the AFC East.
Yep.
Or North.
The Patriots are looking good right now. We've talked about this before. Everybody talking about Mac Jones and wondering how he's going to do. And some people are like, oh, he's just, he's not throwing for 350 yards and 3 touchdowns.
No, they don't have the receivers for that.
No, I mean he's throwing what he's throwing to. Who is it?
I can't
Nelson
name
Aguilar.
Yeah, Aguilar.
And Keel Harry or somebody like that.
And I did see did you see this week, and I hate this because it's not the case, just this whiny Brian Burns for the, what's his name? The Panthers.
Oh, for the Panthers.
Oh, Mac Jones loses the football, turns around and grabs the first leg he sees and pulls him to the ground. And then Brian Burns, he ain't hurt. He wasn't hurt. I watched the video 100 times.
I still ain't figured out how he saying he twisted his ankle.
Yeah, he pulled one leg, and so he gets on there. He's like, "Oh, Mac Jones is a dirty player," and he's like, happy hunting to all of my NFL D linemen out there. I'm like, what a sissy, what a twerp.
So
you're a coward.
It's funny when somebody
out. His name is McCorkle Jones. You got your butt hurt by McCorkle Jones.
Dude.
What a baby.
It kills me that these guys call somebody out like that, but they're the same guy he's talking about a dirty player, but he's the same guy that in a fumble scrum, is down there clawing somebody's eyes, grabbing somebody's nuts and twisting them, sticking a finger up a butthole or something.
I mean, all sorts of stuff happens in them piles. That Mac Jones.
I mean, Mac Jones turns around, grabs your ankle, and brings you down to the ground. And you're gonna cry like a little bi. I ain't gonna say the whole word because I don't know if we get in trouble or not. But
I don't either.
But you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
I mean, big old 60. Shut up, and play football, man.
That's right.
God, dog. These guys kill me.
So it's going to be fun to kind of see. I mean, everything's looking, I really hope the Saints win a few more games this year. I mean, I hope they get things turned around. But I guess it's kind of the halfway point for NFL. I mean, what is this week?
This is week 10.
Week 10. So, I mean, we got a little less than halfway. A little more than halfway.
Yeah, a little over halfway.
And,
hey, by the way, I was going to say this earlier. I really thought Cam may be going to the Saints.
That'd have been tough. I would have liked to have seen something.
Yeah, I thought
when Jameis got hurt, but I mean, I don't know what's going on. Can we get Drew Brees back? I mean, even if you can only throw it 10 yards, I mean.
Well, if they bring in Phillip Rivers, are you going to put him on your fantasy team?
Absolutely. And then we're gonna have him on the show. We're gonna have pro football quarterback. Then we'll be the big show.
We'll get him invited over one day.
Yeah. But next up we got our week 11 pick'em.
We got the pick'ems.
Tag Josh Hoge. in our post. That was our week 10 winner. No, wait a minute. Don't tag him yet. He was our week 9 winner. I have not calculated the week 10 winner. You can still tag him. He needs to be watching.
So who was the week 10 winner? Oh, you
I haven't done that yet.
Okay.
I'm so bad. We need to hire somebody to do these pick'ems for us.
Does Josh know he won?
I tagged him in that one post, but he won week 9, and then we got week 10, and we got some good games this week. We got some real good games. TikTok, if you're watching, and it only looks like Vidal's watching. Hey Vidal, what's up, man?
Only Vidal?
Only Vidal's watching right now. Well, if that means he's at work too, right? Is he
Yeah.
on night shift right now?
So he's got people sitting around him watching.
Yeah, so he got that. Yeah, I guess McBrair's probably watching. No, he's on day shift now.
Yeah, he's on days now.
I don't even know who's on nights. That'd be Brian Johnson's crew. So shout out to Orange Beach PD, my old B shift, working tonight. Yeah, great week of games this week. And let me just give you the slate because this is one of those weeks. Thank you. Hey Austin, this is one of those weeks. Bama plays an 11 o'clock New Mexico State game. Do not care. Probably not going to watch it because of the 11 a.m. slate that's already on. And I'll get into why I'm probably not going to watch Alabama this week when we talk about Alabama. But I'm going to give you the slate. And this is one of those days. Alabama, this might as well be a bye week. I'm going to eat Saturday. I'm going to cook all day. Take the TV outside. It's going to be cold outside. Build me a fire.
Yeah, it's supposed to be cool this weekend.
It is. I'm gonna grill all weekend. I might do ribs and some wings. I'm gonna eat wings for lunch, ribs for dinner. I don't care. Maybe burgers. Who knows? I'm gonna cook all day. I'm gonna smell smoke all day from my fire pit, and I'm gonna watch this slate from 11 until probably midnight. Michigan at Penn State, potentially a very good game. Oklahoma at Baylor, big upset potential there. Auburn, Mississippi State, 11 a.m. kick. That game is always just intriguing. It's never boring, even 3-2 that year.
Yeah.
Still, it's always an intriguing game.
Hey guys, we see y'all out there. I think everybody thinks you were talking about when you said only one person watching.
Oh, I was talking about TikTok.
Yeah, he's got his TikTok set up over there.
Streaming live on
TikTok. So we got all y'all guys. We see y'all here. We appreciate y'all being here. Sorry. Go ahead. Everybody was like, "Hey, here, what's up?" Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So then we've got my microphone has come loose.
Cole Stevens is drunk.
He is not.
Now he has got to be drunk. He said Tennessee's going to beat Georgia by 16.
Oh, he's a little drunk.
He's drunk and high on pain pills.
He ain't that drunk. Tennessee's winning this weekend.
Tennessee.
Why did I just gave that's my upset pick?
Oh Lord, here we go.
So yeah, then you got Mississippi State at Auburn, Northwestern at Wisconsin. I mean, that's kind of like a commercial break game, but it's still probably going to be a pretty decent game. Then we hit the meat and the potatoes. You got Georgia at Tennessee. I kind of think Georgia. We don't. This is if Jordan Hooker. Bolden Hooker.
I think it's
Bowden
Jordan.
Hooker.
I think it's Jordan.
Holden Hooker. It's Holden Hooker.
It's Jeholden.
His name is literally Holden Hookers.
It may be. All I know is his last name's Hooker.
I know.
Because he played at Virginia Tech.
Was she Holden Hookers? Anyways, yeah, we're now not safe for work show. So Georgia at Tennessee. I think that is a game. Tennessee's. It's just like Alabama going into A&M. It's the exact same scenario. Georgia's defense is a lot better than Alabama's, but I think it's that scenario where they don't come out firing on all cylinders. I mean, Tennessee scores a few touchdowns. I think that could be one of those last-second field goal games to win it. It could be I don't think they're going to win by 16. I think Georgia goes down this week. I also think Oklahoma goes down this week. This is just
Bro, me and my dad were sitting there the other day talking, and I was trying to figure out which of these last 3 games is Oklahoma going to lose.
but it's definitely Baylor on Saturday.
I mean, they screw the pooch every year.
Yeah, and I mean, and you're right. They could lose 2 out of the
I
next
mean,
3.
they've got Oklahoma, Texas Tech,
You mean Oklahoma State
Oklahoma State, Texas Tech, maybe,
and Baylor this
and
weekend.
Baylor.
Yeah.
So they've got a pretty brutal schedule. But anyway, sorry, keep going.
Oh no, and these are also our pick'em games, guys. So if you're listening and you haven't made your picks yet, go out and get your picks in. $25 gift card brought to you by Charlie O's Best Buys. So if you got to go, let Charlie know. Call Charlie up. I don't know. I don't have a good line.
34-17, Georgia. That's why I'm just making my prediction for this week.
All right, so we've got a 34-17 Georgia. I'm going to go. I'll go 31-28 Tennessee.
All right, you heard it here first.
One of us, I mean, we got to be halfway. One of us got to be right.
One of us got to be right. I mean,
Yeah, so 31-28
we win
Tennessee,
each way, and we're kind of in between on the scores.
34-10?
34-17.
34-17 Dogs. So that's my upset of the week. And then you just got the prediction live from Major. So yeah, then you have Ohio State and Purdue. Can Purdue go back to back, beating and upsetting the Big Ten teams? I think they can. I think Ohio State's played good.
I mean, why not one more?
That'd be 19. No, because they're ranked now, so it don't count.
This would be a third team that they would upset this year, though, wouldn't it?
It would be the third this year. Yeah.
Why not?
It is in Columbus, so that kind of does play a little bit in Ohio State's favor. So we'll see. And then just kind of continuing down the slate. I mean, these are good games.
All of them are good games.
Yeah, and Iowa, Minnesota. That's probably another one of those in between commercials. Possibly have a second TV set up, because if you're watching Georgia, Tennessee, and then you got Ohio State, Purdue may end up as a blowout. So you just flop it on over. You got Iowa, Minnesota coming on. Ole Miss, Texas A&M is your 2:30 CBS game. And this is a game that I really need. Alabama fans, we need Ole Miss to win this weekend. We need Ole Miss to win this weekend, and just because I really think we're going to lose the Iron Bowl, we need Auburn to lose this weekend. Just because the Iron Bowl is just terrifying to me after watching Alabama play the other night. Texas A&M and Ole Miss, Notre Dame at Virginia, another good game. Arkansas at LSU, probably end up being a pretty good game if LSU can duplicate what they did last weekend.
That's
TCU at Oklahoma State.
Upset this week.
Got LSU over Arkansas.
LSU over Arky.
Is that still an upset?
It was Arkansas was a half-point favorite, I think.
If LSU wins this weekend, that gives them 5 wins. That puts them 1 win away from being bowl eligible.
Let me just make sure. Keep going. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Arkansas at LSU. We got TCU at Oklahoma State. Another good game. Washington State at Oregon. Who knows what's going to happen there? And then I'm just in love. I don't know what it is about late night football. You finish watching that ESPN game, and then they take you out to the mountains, or they take you out to the West Coast, and I really enjoy watching San Diego State this year.
Mm-hmm.
That's a fun team to watch.
And
they're playing Nevada, and I think that game you're probably going to want to stay up and watch it because it's gonna keep you entertained. It's going to be a good game. So, so man, this is the best week. I mean, I've done this pick'em 11 weeks, where you did it last week. Every week, I have to go dig into the SEC just to put conference games to fill it. Every one of these games involves a top 25 team.
Yeah.
Most of these games are 2 top 25 teams playing each other. Yep. It's a good week of college football. And, I'm excited. This is going to be one of those weeks. I'm going to watch football all day Saturday. We're going to have football weather. We're going to have good football games. It's going to be like, you know what this is going to feel like? bowl season. It's going to feel like New Year's Day.
Yep, it's gonna be a good one. And
Except it's conference games. It's
I'm
not bowl games.
I'm kind of sad that I was sick on the wrong week.
Yeah, you should have been sick this weekend.
I should have been
Because now
sick
your
this
butt's
week.
going to be at work.
I'm gonna be at work while all these good games are going on. It's gonna suck.
Well, at least at least you got Fubo in your pocket.
I do have
And
Fubo.
big shout out to Fubo. If you need to sponsor a sports show, we are your guys. Somebody can just tag Fubo.
I do have Fubo now. Fubo
And I have
is
Fubo.
great,
Yeah,
by the
Fubo.
way.
Fubo, the official streaming partner of Unrivaled Sports. And they're not even that official. It's just because we pay them. I can say their name.
That's right.
So, yeah, get out there and get your picks, guys. I think this is a good week.
Arkansas is a 3-point favorite over LSU at LSU. So
Okay, well,
that is going to be my upset.
I can see that. If LSU plays like they played in Tuscaloosa, yes.
I think they give up a lot of yards.
Yep.
But I just feel like that place is going to, even though they're down, even though LSU's down, that atmosphere never dies.
No.
Okay, you got Arkansas coming in, and if I'm not mistaken,
that's a big rivalry game.
That's a big rivalry game, isn't it? Yeah. So, I mean, that place is going to be rocking at night. Okay, and there's day games, fine, but at night in that place is ridiculous at nighttime.
Yeah.
And I think it puts a little strain on Arkansas's offense, and LSU comes away with a victory in that one. That's my upset picks this week.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I like LSU. I think that's a good one. I think that's a good pick for an upset. I mean, we're looking at these games, and I can pick 4 of them. I mean, if you give me Tennessee, I've already stated I've taken Tennessee this weekend. I mean, give me LSU. That's an upset. Give me Penn State. That's an upset. Penn State's Michigan is a 1.5 point favorite on the road in Happy Valley. I'll take Penn State, and give me Baylor. I mean, that's 4.
Are they doing a whiteout?
No, they already did that.
So they only do it one time a year.
Yeah, it's
one
game.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's an 11 o'clock game, so I mean that just wouldn't be a good whiteout game.
Well, I didn't know if Michigan's a pretty big game too. So
yeah, it is, and it's going to be big this weekend. So, good luck to the Nittany Lions. I'm pulling for you.
Go get them, Nittany Lions.
And that's your Week 11 college football pick'ems, brought to you by Charlie Ogletree's Best Buys, and we appreciate Charlie. Everything he's kind of done with us, just helping us kind of figure some sound things out with me, and providing these gift cards to everybody. So I mean, if you need a real estate agent there, or you know somebody that's looking to buy a house or sell a house, get in touch with me. Get in touch with Charlie O. We'll get y'all hooked up. And like I said, I mean, he takes care of people. He's one of the best people I've ever met in my life. So you can trust him. And that's
appreciate you, Charlie O.
That's the Week 11. And then another. I'm just telling you. I'm all right. Let me just say that we weren't here last week. And I've kind of just. I mean, I've got a list. I mean, we're going to be here. We may go till 10. So we may speed some things up. I got to work in the morning. But I don't care. I'm just so excited to act. I mean, I was excited all day. Like, I was just like, I missed it last week.
Yeah, I did too.
I missed coming and just sitting down and talking sports and hanging out. And, I mean, I was just like, and there's just so many sports on right now. It's just like, I mean, I'm watching hockey. Just hockey is fun to watch. I know a lot of people are like, hockey's fun to watch. If you can keep your eye on that little black puck, which is really hard to do, but if you can keep your eye, I mean, hockey, it's more fun to watch than NBA basketball. I know that much.
I'm a redneck from South Alabama, and watching hockey is about as fun as watching cars turn left to me.
Well, you're from Alabama. You should love watching cars turn left.
I could care less about watching cars turn.
You need to watch hockey.
That, tennis, and golf. I love to play golf, but that, tennis, and golf. If
we need to bust some hockey cards. I bet you'd get into hockey then.
I would fall asleep in 5 minutes.
We should bust some hockey cards.
I can't say the hockey names on the hockey cards.
I'm gonna buy some hockey cards. There's got to be some retail out there. But yeah, and so I've just kind of been wound up and excited. College basketball started Tuesday, and big wins for Alabama and Auburn. Big open night win for the Tigers over Morehead State. That win, I think his name is Wendell Green Jr. Wendell Green, he had 19 points, looked really good. Auburn moved the ball pretty efficiently. Devin Cambridge looked good. They've got some playmakers this year, and I think they're going to bounce back. They kind of had a little bit of an off year last year, but they still had the talent. I mean, I think Auburn and Alabama, they are just gonna the whole SEC.
The whole there's a lot of
There's a
schools
lot
that
of good
look
football
good
or basketball in the SEC.
in the SEC this year, but
Um,
I think Alabama and Auburn probably top them right now.
yeah, they're definitely up there. And I mean, and Alabama's coming off a SEC championship at tournament and regular season champions and a Sweet 16. So, Alabama looked good over La Tech the other night. They've got a freshman coming in, J.D. Davison. The kid is just awesome. A lot of energy, brings a ton of energy to the team. Pretty good ball handler, and that's kind of like you got Javon Quinterly, who's kind of been our handler. Um, but I mean, I really think JD is going to kind of come off the bench and take over that role by the end of the year. But I do like Javon Quinterly. You got Jaden Shackelford the other night dropping threes. I mean, I mean, all over the place.
He did look good.
Yeah. And Keyshawn Ellis, I think he ended up like 18 points. Had a great night. So just gets fired up.
I actually did watch some of the
Did you?
Alabama game
Yeah.
that night because I had Shackelford on my DraftKings.
I didn't know DraftKings did college basketball.
Yes, sir.
I'm stop wasting my money on the NBA.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. I had no idea what I was doing playing a dollar lineup the other night, won $3.
There you go.
Shackelford was lighting it up. He's one of my bigger scorers.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
And then Bama turns around this week, 2 days after a day after the big win, and they lock down the number 3 recruiting class in the nation on signing day. So just a huge thing going for Bama basketball, and I'm real excited about it. Auburn's looking good. Auburn fans should be real excited about that program. I mean, and that they're Auburn has a good basketball following. So these teams are going to play twice this year, possibly again in the tournament. So I think both games are those are circled on both teams' calendars.
No doubt.
And it's going to be a lot of fun this year.
This will be a fun SEC basketball year.
Alabama plays Gonzaga in less than a month.
What is Gonzaga right now?
Number one.
Are they number one?
Yeah.
I didn't know if they. I figured they were between 1 and 3.
Yeah.
I hadn't looked at the rankings.
Top 25 is Gonzaga, UCLA, Kansas, Villanova, and Texas. So big top 5 there. Then 6 is Michigan, Purdue, Baylor, and Duke in Kentucky at 10. Number 11 is Illinois, 12 Memphis, 13 Oregon. Your Crimson Tide at number 14. 15 is Houston, Arkansas, Ohio State. Tennessee, North Carolina, and Florida State round out the top 20. And then Maryland, Auburn at 22. St. Bonaventure. Didn't know that they could be ranked. I thought that was just kind of I didn't know that was allowed. UConn at 24, and then rounding out the top 5 is Virginia. So,
got a bunch of SEC teams.
Yeah, they sure do. Missing Florida. Like where's Florida at?
Oh my God, I forgot to talk about the beat.
Oh well, yeah, we haven't got to college football yet. That's next, so we can talk about that now. I'm telling you, so I went to Columbia this year for a game, and I have some friends in Carolina. So every time South Carolina's on, I've got it. I'm paying attention. Well, when I turned it over and I saw that game, I was like, oh Lord, this. And then when they got up big, I was like, this is nuts.
There's one Florida fan from our work.
Yeah.
From my work that I wanted to text.
Oh, I should have.
And ask her how that game was going. But I figured I'd probably get cut the next day I come into work.
Probably, She looked
I
ghetto.
could not believe that. Same thing. Like y'all, like literally, I am a huge Auburn fan, and I don't miss a game if I can. I get stressed out over games. I'm like Joey with his Braves.
Oh, I get that way
Like
with Alabama too. I just don't
I'll
burn
tear
stuff to the
stuff up
ground.
in my house if I get too mad. That's the reason I try not to get too mad because I be done broke a 65-inch TV in a heartbeat. I just I could not fathom why. Like it was the same thing with the Buffalo Bills. I was like, I didn't even know Auburn. I could care less that Auburn lost this weekend. That's how much
Yeah.
I was into college football. I didn't even watch much being while I was sick. But dude, when I saw that score, I did the same thing. I was like rubbing my eyes. I was like, surely that says Florida 40, South Carolina 10. And I kept rubbing my eye, and it was the opposite way around. I mean, what has happened down in the swamp?
Yeah. There is, I mean, Dan Mullins, that was their savior. That was who they wanted. They
Well, he's a
wanted Mullen back.
quarterback whisperer, right?
Yeah. I mean, he can't talk to these two knuckleheads down there. I mean, it's just a bad offense. It's a bad offense. Defense really ain't any much better. I mean, and now you look at it, it's like, is Bama bad? Because Bama, goes into the swamp and barely escapes. Or is it just teams is Florida not good and they just were up for that game because of the packed house? It's the same thing with Texas A&M.
Yep.
Is Texas A&M that good? I mean, Auburn didn't play good.
Auburn didn't play good, but Texas A&M's defense is pretty good.
I mean, it's okay.
It's pretty good, but I mean, now Auburn's offensive line. That's one of our Auburn's offensive line is terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw for 2 weeks what Bo could do when he's got time to throw the ball.
Yes.
And this past week, by the time the ball hits his hands, there was a guy within 2 steps of him.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I think Texas A&M looks really good. I think they're gonna beat Ole Miss this weekend.
We just need them not to.
Y'all
I need them not to.
I think they're gonna beat Ole Miss this weekend. Yeah. They're pretty good, but man, I just don't know. I don't know what happened down there.
I mean, and that's, I don't know. I mean, and talk about the digression from 2020. I mean, that team was in they won the East last year. I mean, look at the difference. And they did lose a lot. But if you're going to compete in this league, you can't have that kind of fall off. Look at LSU.
Yeah, no doubt.
LSU wins the national championship, and I just wish Orgeron would go. I just wish he would go. I've had it. I'm fed up with him. You're not cute. Your little cheerleading ass needs to just move on down. You are not. Nobody has any love for you anymore. The school don't. The fans don't. But he's still trying to be like, I'm all LSU. But anyways, I digress.
Well,
it's you have to build depth. You cannot be a one-hit wonder in this league and compete year in and year out. You can't save up. You've got to. And Alabama's done it. Georgia's done it. I mean, at times, Auburn's been consistent. I mean, LSU for a moment was consistent. They understood that. Florida has not been consistent. Florida got all the way up. Then they had Trask, and then they had their year where they beat Alabama last year. They possibly go to the playoffs, and now look at them. They lose to South Carolina. They lose to Kentucky. They haven't lost to Kentucky and South Carolina in the same year since like 1937.
Really?
Yeah. Which they didn't play every year back then because South Carolina wasn't in the league. But
well, my biggest thing is I think you got to stick with one of those guys under center for the rest of the year.
Yeah, you can't. It's too much.
I'm playing this guy for 4 series, then I'm gonna bring this guy in because that guy ain't doing good. Well, that guy ain't doing good, so I'm gonna bring the other guy back in. And then the end of the game, I'm gonna bring this guy back in. You changing quarterbacks out 4 times a ball game.
Yeah.
Just
There's no
look,
rhythm. There's no consistency.
if you think that Richardson kid is going to be your kid next year,
Go
he
with
needs to
him.
play the rest of the year, and he needs to get experience, and you need to learn him.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs some learning, and he needs some experience, and I think you go with him the rest of the year. I think Emory Jones. I hate to say it, maybe if he's got some eligibility left, maybe he hits the transfer portal. But I think that Richardson kid actually looks pretty good. I think he needs to. I think he needs to put him in there and leave him in the ball game and go with him the rest of the year. But that's my unprofessional armchair coach advice.
Well, I mean, we are professional sports talk.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying,
Facebookers.
I'm not a coach. Unprofessional.
Yeah.
Opinion on what he needs to do.
Cole said Bama got top 3 class, chance to get number 2 if we can still Nick Smith from Arkansas. Back to the Bama basketball thing, yeah. They said let's go to Seattle. I'm assuming that's where they're playing Gonzaga. That's a long trip, Cole.
That is a long
and I got
trip.
I got kids. That ain't just. James thinks our Penn State fan thinks that Michigan destroys Penn State, and it's a noon kickoff, and Michigan playing smash mouth Big Ten football. James, I don't, and correct me if I'm wrong. When I think Big Ten football, I don't think smash mouth. That's just I don't think smash mouth football when I think Big Ten.
Well,
what is smash mouth about the Big Ten?
It used to be more of a smash mouth.
Used to be.
Michigan is trying to get back to that.
Well,
but I do think I'm with James. Michigan coming off of that loss.
Yeah, it'd be kind of strange as it.
I think they thumped Penn State this week at home.
I don't know if it's thumping, and it's Hendon Hooker, not Holden.
Hendon Hooker.
Yeah, thanks,
Hendon,
Cole.
Holden, Jordan.
Yeah, if you ever need to know anything, Cole Stevens knows it. I don't know what it is. That guy, for years, we went to high school together. We were good, really good friends.
I guess we're going to have to get a bigger table and sit him in between us.
Yeah. So Cole, you want to come down from Birmingham? Moody. You still in Moody, Cole? He just got married, too. He got married this year. So congratulations, Cole. I know you, I told you that already, but. So yeah, if Cole wants to fly me out to Seattle, we're going to Seattle. I'll just not tell Beth and ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, come back and ask for forgiveness. Where you been, baby? You on one?
So yeah, we get Saturday. Man, just recapping that Alabama game. Alabama just is. I don't know if the defense is bad. I don't know if it's just half the defense is bad. I don't know if it's just the secondary. Will Anderson's amazing.
That kid.
Offensive line's garbage. Bill O'Brien has got to be the worst hire since Major Applewhite. Like, has to be the worst hire. I cannot stand Bill O'Brien. I don't know why. I was excited about him at first. I don't know why we hired him. We ran the ball for 6 yards. I didn't stutter. The video didn't cut out. I said 6, not 60, not 601. We ran the ball for 6 yards on Saturday. And I know people are like, well, LSU played really good defense. LSU playing really good defense still doesn't keep Alabama at under 100 yards rushing.
No.
If we do not run for 150 plus this weekend, I mean, there's no excuse. There's no excuse not to let Brian Robinson wide open. I don't know if it's just bad pass blocking with offensive line, but I'm had it. We go into Auburn. Scratch that. We get Arkansas at home, and we don't run the ball, and we just try to throw it, and then scramble with Bryce, and then he's got to run. I mean, we're done.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's going on there, but I know I've seen some tweets and stuff from some former Alabama guys that are screaming run the ball too. They want to see more of the ground game, and I know LSU plays up for that game every time.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's any. That game should never have been that close.
No, it shouldn't have
been that close.
It shouldn't have. Cole brings up that Robinson needs to be on the bench. I 100% disagree. I think Robinson. I mean, even by committee, just give him the ball. The kid's big. He's strong. Let him go. There's a reason he's there, and he's the reason he's number one. It's something you got to run him. We at one point in between two drives that we punted on both, we threw 6 passing plays in a row. Not even the first play of the game was some rinky-dink screen pass that went for -1 yard, or maybe got a yard, and then guess what? Then we ran the ball on 2nd and 9 and got nothing. So now it's 3rd and 9. We haven't even played 20 seconds of the ball game yet. Run the football.
Yeah. Hey, I'm with you. Brother Auburn's the same way. I don't know how Tank Bigsby isn't getting the ball 30 times a ball game. But could it be that both of our teams are putting too much pressure on their quarterbacks, trying to make them?
I don't know
too
why.
much?
I don't know why we're putting that kind of pressure on Bryce. Like, I get it. Like, he's a Heisman contender. I mean, he looks when he does throw the ball. I mean, he's a good quarterback. He's gonna be a great quarterback.
Yeah, he is.
But you can't, like, look at every NFL team. What team other than, I mean, Mahomes? They still run the ball in Kansas City, and he can move a little bit.
Yeah.
Baltimore. I mean, I guess they still run the ball a little bit.
Yeah.
But you look at it from top. I mean, the Saints got Kamara. I mean, the Cardinals. I guess I don't know who the running back for the Cardinals is. But even in the NFL,
James Conner.
Derrick Henry. I mean, the Titans need that running game.
Yeah. Najee Harris.
They don't have Najee Harris with the Steelers. I don't know those are Bama guys, but I mean, just NFL like they run the ball in the NFL.
Yeah.
Who's the first? Who do you go for first when you draft your fantasy team? I mean, you either grab like that amazing wide receiver, or you get a running back.
Yeah, see,
you have to have a running back.
I do it different. Like, I'll do 2 different ones. I do like several drafts, but I do one I'll do like the top running back. One I'll do a top wide receiver. The next one,
and then just see where you come up.
Yeah.
See, you can get points from receiver. You can get points from your third wide receiver 3. You got to have.
Sometimes I take a tight end with like my second pick in the draft because I usually try to get Kelsey before anybody else does. But no, man.
But you got to run the ball, and not running the ball is. I mean, and Cole, I see what you're saying, and I agree with you to a point. You got to run him. You got to call the plays, and Bill O'Brien is not calling the plays. And that's what's more frustrating. Like, if we were running the ball and Brian Robinson wasn't getting yards, then I understand that argument a little bit better. And, I mean, I like Roydell, and I really think Trey Sanders needs to play more. I don't know why he's not. But you've got to run the ball, and we're not running it. And I don't, for some reason, I don't think Bill O'Brien has the heart to be our offensive coordinator. They interviewed him. Holly Rowe asked him this week or last week before the game, was like, how's it feel? Are you ready to get back out there and be a head coach again? He's like, no, I'm fine here. I'm fine calling plays here in Tuscaloosa. Boy, I bet you are. Get your fat ass out of our locker room. We don't want somebody that's happy at Alabama.
No.
You don't come to Alabama to be a coordinator to stay a coordinator.
No.
I want somebody that's going to be in there, that's going to be gutsy. It's got an offensive mind that wants to score points. I want that Sarkisian, Kiffin mentality. That want the next level. That want the next. And I mean, if you're that unhappy, I'll take him back in a heartbeat. But I want that mentality, calling plays, and I want that that killer instinct from the play calling. Like, I want to know, James, come get him. If he's the man, come get him. You can have him back. We don't want him. He's a garbage play caller. I mean, I don't like him. We don't want him. He doesn't have a place here anymore. Now that he's content, we have no use for him.
Well, they've got a chance to get back on track with some running the ball this week.
I really hope. And you
they
can
got
tell,
New
like,
Mexico.
and I even said, look, I'm not going to watch the game. I mean, do you really believe that?
Who is New Mexico?
New Mexico State.
Yeah, I mean, this weekend would be a good time to get back in the running game.
Oh, I mean, like I said, I mean, I'd like to see 150 yards this week.
Yeah, well.
And that's just not even breaking one open. I want 150 yards, hard yards.
Yeah, I mean, they definitely got to get back on the ball, running it, get back to the old Alabama.
Yeah.
Alabama, shove it down your throat, beat you, wear you down.
Yeah.
Offense. I mean, you got a great quarterback back there. Yes, you got some great wide receivers. Yes, but we all know throwing sets up the run sets up the throw. So.
And I mean, and the defense is the defense. I mean, it's not that the defense is bad. The defense is just not clicking. If that defense clicks, it's, anybody, we can stop anybody.
Yeah.
There you go. It's November 11th, and Will Muschamp still needs a job. I'm just saying. I mean, to bring it. Hey, I don't know if Will. I mean, he's coached damn near every school in the SEC.
Well, I mean, I've said it for years, man. There's guys that are made to be coaches, and there's guys that are made to be coordinators.
Yeah.
Okay. Will Muschamp, defensive coordinator, pay him good money, and that's all he does is defense.
Yeah. Bill O'Brien, go be a head coach somewhere else.
I mean, Nick Saban, always going to be a head coach now. Kirby Smart, I still think Kirby Smart.
I don't think Kirby will ever be a coordinator again.
I'm saying he is turning out to be a decent head coach.
Yeah.
But most of these guys, just like Derek Mason with Auburn right now, that defense is playing pretty well. And I've said that I like Derek Mason. Derek Mason, I don't think is a good head coach. I think Derek Mason is.
I think he's a great coordinator, and I love that hire. I mean, I hated it for us, but I really liked that hire. I was like, man, look at Auburn.
Yeah, I mean, I think guys that are coordinators, they need to stay coordinators, and they need to be.
Pull up Fubo. Go to that Carolina game.
Man, don't tell me Carolina's coming back.
Cole just said catch the end of it.
Oh, Lord. Last time I saw it, it was 27-3. I picked Pitt tonight, so that's what I'm saying. Don't tell me.
I did pick Pitt in my pick 'em at work.
No, it must have went up. Is it?
It's still on ESPN. What are we doing? Onside kicking? Tied up 23-23. Wow. Who's got the ball?
Pitt.
Okay. So we might get some free football here in a minute. 57 seconds left the game. Kenny Pickett trying to win it.
That Kenny Pickett kid's pretty good.
Could it be a Heisman moment?
Could be. And while we're on the topic of quarterbacks, by the way.
Yeah.
So, Auburn's got Bo Nix. The one kid that they had, this kid Malik Willis, is at Liberty. Did you know that right now as far as the quarterbacks go right now, Matt Corral and Malik Willis are the number 1, number 2 on Mel Pipers to go as the quarterbacks off the board next year in the draft. So
is that?
We lost this kid to Liberty.
Yeah.
He wasn't good enough to start at Auburn, but he's now probably going to be the number 2 quarterback off the ball.
All right, so is there a quarterback, like every year, like who's going to get the number 1 pick next year? Probably Jacksonville.
Yeah. Isn't there somebody else that's only got 1 win? I think the Jets.
Okay.
I don't think the Jets are going to take him because I don't think the Jets take a quarterback because they got Zach Wilson.
That's what I'm saying. So is there a chance you go at least 5 picks in the draft without a quarterback taken this coming year?
I mean, you could. Let's look and see who's got the worst records right now. The Dolphins, I still think Tua is their man. The Jets,
Texans.
The Texans are going to need a quarterback. The Bengals are good. The Browns are good. The Jaguars got the first pick last year. The Texans need one. The Broncos, meh.
Cole said Miami's about to beat Baltimore.
Yeah, they were up a while ago. Let's see. The Giants, the Redskins are 2-6. The Detroit Lions are 0-8.
The 0-8 Detroit Lions take Matt Corral, number 1. No way. There's no way. There's no name a better free football.
We threw a Hail Mary.
Was that 4th and?
I don't know.
No, that's into regulation. So Pitt and North Carolina heading into overtime. So a big game here.
Carolina Panthers 4-5, 49ers 3-5, Seahawks 3-5. So I mean, you could go way down the board, but still, I mean, the kid.
I mean, what's another quarterback coming out that's exciting? What's a quarterback coming? I don't think Matt Corral's an NFL quarterback.
Man, you know, these guys look at so many things. I mean, I can't see him. I wouldn't see him as a number 1 quarterback, but now he is the dual threat kind of guy that a lot of these people like these days. I mean,
where's Josh Rosen playing now?
Josh Rosen, I don't even know if he might be 3rd string.
Cole, where's Josh Rosen playing? He said I'd take Corral over Rosen all day. He's not at Chicago, is it? Who's quarterback in Chicago? Justin Fields? No.
Yeah, Justin
Cole's
Fields.
a Chicago fan.
Justin Fields is quarterback.
He'll tell me here in just a second. Where does Josh Rosen play now? I have a hard time seeing him outside of anything but UCLA. He plays in Detroit. So you've got not number 1. You're not taking him number 1 in the draft.
Is he at Detroit?
He's at Detroit, so he's behind Goff.
Right here saying the Falcons.
Maybe my comments are no. Are you sure he's not at the Falcons? Maybe they're saying.
Yeah, see, NFL quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons.
Well, anyway, give me a take. Give me something on this Mississippi State Auburn game this year, for this week.
Man, I tell you what, Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State's like got the number 5 defense in the. Oh man, total defense number 5 in the SEC or something like that. The entire SEC got the number 5 defense, total defense in the SEC. They play pretty well. They've got a good quarterback. They got the old air raid with old crazy dude. What's his name out there? From Mississippi State, Mike Leach, old crazy Mike, with the air raid offense. If their offensive, it's all going to come down to offensive line play like it does every week. Our offensive line is horrible, but I'm the same boat as you. I think we got to get. Tank Bigsby a lot more carries. Our defense is looking good. McClain and them, those guys, McCreary, all those guys are playing good on defense. McCreary is a hell of a defensive back. Plays well. I think we've got a chance to beat Mississippi State, and we should beat Mississippi State.
I mean, it's a home game. I mean,
but if with them having not such a great defense, they got a pretty good defense.
Yeah.
If they get too much quarterback pressure, we'll lose that ball game. So it's going to come down to offensive line play. Can we give Bo Nix time to throw the ball? When we give Bo Nix time to throw the ball, he looks really good.
Yeah.
And he can win you ball games. But when you take a snap, and by the time the ball hits your hands, there's a guy 2 steps from you bearing down on you. You got to decide to run for your life or throw the ball away. I mean, that's literally your choices. and I think we've got to find a way to block for them this weekend. If we do, we're gonna win that ball game.
Yep.
We've got some young wide receivers that are trying to step up. We had some crucial drops in that Texas A&M game. And Bo fumbled the ball, running around everywhere back there. That game literally could have been 9-6, and Auburn could have had the ball going down there to try to score to win it.
Yeah.
And Bo Nix, fumbled the ball, trying to be a hero again. I understand. I love it, Bo. I like the competitiveness running around, but dadgummit, sometimes you got to get rid of the damn ball.
Yeah, I mean it's cost them. It's cost them a few times.
So I don't know. I think Auburn comes away with it this weekend as long as we can give him time to throw. If not, Mississippi State by 3.
Well, all I know is I need Auburn to lose because I have a feeling Auburn's going to lose the Iron Bowl. And that's just it. I do not want to play the Iron Bowl. I don't even want to. I don't want to do with any of that. So, but yeah. So what about I was just about to say something. Oh, so yeah, we're coming up after this weekend. We only have 2 games left before the Iron Bowl. So we should probably
we need to
roll
do
our board out. So I'll let you talk about if you want to talk about.
Sorry, no, I was just gonna say Kristen reminded me about that.
I thought you were about to put it off on her. I'm like, hold on.
No, she reminded me about that the other day. It's like y'all need to get y'all's board so we can start feeling.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have enough support, and I know we got the friends and everybody that watch the show and get on here and talk and part of the card group and just people we know will hop on it.
Kristen's got some people at work. I've got some people at work. I know the guys on the sports card page. Yep. I know some of them will buy some.
Now, I haven't put picks in all week because I kind of feel like it's a conflict of interest. Like I pick the games and then I get to pick the winners, and it's I don't want to win. Like I want the people watching to win.
Yeah. But
I mean, would it be a conflict of interest if we bought spots? No. I mean, I like a little, I like a good board.
If we do a board, I'm probably going for $5 a spot. I'm probably $5 a square. I'm probably going to buy 10 of them.
Okay, so we might have to do 2 boards.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if we fill up 2 boards, I mean, I may buy 10 on one. If we do another one, I may buy 10 on another.
Yeah. Well, cool. Well, man, it is 10 o'clock. It is after 10 o'clock.
Scored,
Pittsburgh just scored. Yep.
Overtime.
So now, with these rules, Carolina gets 1 chance?
Carolina gets a chance. If they score, then they got to start doing the 2-point conversion thing.
Okay. But now
stupidest shiznit they have come up with in college football. I mean, literally. I mean, they're talking about, what game was it? Penn State and Illinois?
Yeah, that game.
It's the longest game in NFL in NCAA history. No, it's not.
No, it's really not.
It went 9 overtimes because they stopped each other from the 2-yard line 9 times.
Yep.
I mean, or 8 times. I mean, let's just get real. Let's get back to playing from a 25-yard line like we have every year, and do away with this bull crap where you can't kick a field goal. You got 1 shot from the 2-yard line to score.
It's so stinking. But now, does North Carolina get a full 4 downs?
Yes, right here they'll get a full 4 downs.
Okay, so they get their.
If they score, then they got to go. And the bad thing is, so if they score, and depending on where you choose to go on offense or defense at, if you score and you score, okay, and then you go into your 2-point conversion try. Well, if you go down here and you miss, then your defense has got to go down here, and they got 1 play. So your defense has got to rest, right? Well, they don't get any rest because if they don't score in that 1 play, then your defense has got to run all the way down there and get ready for that offense. And then your offense has got to run all the way back down here and get ready for this. And it's back and forth, man. It's the stupidest mess they've done in college football in a long time. Anyway.
Let's see what happens here.
Y'all get ready. We're going to post the board this weekend.
We'll post the board. We're going to post it on Facebook, I guess.
We'll post it on Look, we'll post it on our page. I'll share it to the sports card page. I'll share it to my page. We'll get shared all over the place.
We'll just let everybody share it, and then
We get, I'd I'd be happy if we get 3 boards filled up. Let's try to get the word out there and get that many filled up. How about that?
hey, I'm fine with that.
Oh Lord, yeah, we just have to get off of here. I got some indigestion.
Uh-oh.
I'm about to have to go get me an Alka-Seltzer, gentlemen. Next segment brought to you by Alka-Seltzer.
Well, yeah. I mean, I appreciate you guys hopping on tonight and just and interacting with us and giving us some pointers to talk about. We weren't here last week, so you know, it's fun to get back in it, and you know,
I enjoyed getting back this week, man.
yeah, I was excited. I was excited to come back. Excuse me. What's going on in that game? It's raining.
Yeah, man, it is flooding right now.
Yep.
4th down and 11.
Oh man. So yeah. Well, we will pick up next week. We'll let you know who won.
Yeah, we'll let you know. We'll let y'all know who won this game next week.
Well, guys, thanks for hopping on. I appreciate it. We'll be back next week, Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. Whatever's easiest. I think Wednesdays are fine, but it's up to you.
I'm done with softball on Thursday nights now. So
I mean, Thursdays we got football we can watch.
Yep, we can watch football on Thursday nights. So I don't
Yep.
care either
So
way.
stay tuned. We may be back Thursday. We may be back Wednesday. Who knows?
We'll make the announcement when we feel like it. Y'all just keep watching the page.
Well, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the football this weekend. Get your picks in. Roll Tide.
War damn Eagle.
Thanks for watching Unrivaled.